I'd like to call this meeting of the Festus City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Councilman Boyer,
Here.
Councilman Underwood, Councilwoman Templeton. Here. Councilman Weiner. Councilman Weiner.
I
Councilman
think
Dennis.
he's having problems here. Kerry Bryant's having problems. I can hear him. But he
Okay,
can't
I can
hear us.
see him.
Yeah, he's having problems.
Councilman Vins,
Here.
Councilman Cook,
Here.
Councilman Tenen.
Here.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we say the Pledge of Allegiance, today is definitely a sad day in the city of Festus. We've lost our beloved Fire Chief Kevin Kramer. I'd like to have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. If you'd all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America
and to the
and the
republic
republic
which is
for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and
justice for
justice
all.
for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. Tonight, the total bills are $271,705.23. So moved. Motion's been made
Second,
and seconded. Roll call, please.
Councilman Tenen.
Yes.
Councilman,
Yes.
Councilman Vins,
Yes.
Councilman Dennis,
Yes.
Councilman Weiner,
yes,
Councilwoman Templeton,
Yes.
Councilman Underwood, Councilman Boyer.
Yes.
Motion passes. Remarks of visitors.
We did not receive any, sir.
All righty, thank you. Bids, windows for City Hall and Police Building. Staff report, please.
Yes, sir. We did advertise for bids to replace the entrance doors and the windows here at City Hall and the Police Department. We did, of course, have an RFP, that the advertisement and the bid. There was one bid received from Ron's Glass Company of DeSoto, which is attached. Additionally, since our engagement with Verigy, we asked them to review the proposal and spec. You'll see their response there. Total budget for this project was $133,000. The bid from Ron's Glass was for $122,110. And the recommendation is to accept that bid.
Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to accept the bid of $122,110 from Ron's Glass Company.
So moved.
Motion's been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilman Underwood, Councilwoman Templeton,
Yes.
Councilman Dennis,
Yes.
Councilman Weiner, Councilman Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Tenen,
Yes.
Councilman Vins.
Yes. Motion carries. We accept the bid. Tonight, we have two ordinances on and resolutions. The first is Bill 4665. Would the Clerk, please read the bill.
Bill number 4665, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Festus, Missouri, approving the final plat of Truman Village Plat 2.
Staff report, please.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and Council. This is the plat at Truman Village for the senior housing complex. It's the final plat. One of the big things is the abandonment of the water easement. If you all remember, there was a existing water line through there. They're going to remove and they need to abandon that easement because that is where the building's going.
Bart, can I ask you a question? Since
sir.
we're on this development, is the PUD, is that still going to be set up for a potential, hopefully, some type of commercial? Is that still going to be in place?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. All the frontage to Truman is set up that way.
Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to waive the rules and suspend the rules and read Bill 4665 for a second time in title only. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Madam Clerk, would you please read the bill for the second time?
Bill number 4665, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Festus, Missouri, approving the final plat of Truman Village Plat 2. Councilman Tinnin,
Yes.
Councilman Benz,
Yes.
Councilman Cook,
Yep.
Councilman Weiner, Councilman Dennis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Templeton,
Yes.
Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilman Underwood.
Motion carries. Bill 4665 has passed. Bill 4666. Madam Clerk, would you please read the bill for the first time?
Bill number 4666, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Festus, Missouri, amending section 410.180, improvements subsection A1J in the municipal code of the City of Festus, Missouri, and establishing an effective date.
Staff report, please.
Thank you all again. This is the change to our street standards. We've ran this through P and Z. We've actually discussed it the last 3 months. They ran through several different ideas, what they wanted to do. This was a recommendation that came from Matt, the actual duplicate of the St. Louis County standard. Basically adds to concrete street 4 inches of aggregate base underneath the street. We're hoping that will improve the streets in future. Maybe you've probably seen in a lot of the subdivisions, some of the failures we've had on the past streets. It was unanimously approved through P and Z. This goes into the actual subdivision ordinance, and then it'll be a requirement once it's passed.
Are there any questions?
Parker does the concrete testing on
It's up to each individual contract or developer. They'll hire the engineers to do that and submit the reports to us. So it's basically up to them.
Hey, Mark. What about existing subdivisions? If we replace them, are we going to replace them with 4-inch then or just?
The city will follow the standard as well.
So all the future,
Absolutely.
all the subdivisions we have, if we have to tear a road up, when we replace it, it's going to go to 4 inches. So we don't have to do it again.
Well, we routinely put gravel in when we tear a panel out. They'll over excavate and then go back with gravel, compact it, and then put the concrete in and pin it. So that's how we do when we were just replacing a single panel. This just means that new streets are going to be built the same way we patch them, which
okay.
makes sense.
All right.
Yeah,
Right,
subdivision
right. New
streets.
development, any new development.
Yeah.
Correct. There's also a change to the asphalt standard as well.
Are there any other questions? Hearing none. Do I have a motion to suspend the rules and read Bill 4666 for the second time in title only?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Madam Clerk, would you please read Bill 4666 for the second time?
Bill number 4666, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Festus, Missouri, amending section 410.180, improvements subsection A1J in the municipal code of the City of Festus, Missouri, and establishing an effective date. Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilman Underwood, Councilwoman Templeton,
Yes.
Councilman Dennis,
Yes.
Councilman Weiner, Councilman Benz,
Yes.
Councilman Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Tenen.
Yes.
Bill 4666 has passed. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you all very much.
New business,
None, sir.
old business.
None, sir.
Councilman Cook.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Mark and Greg, something to kick around. I would like to see us come up with a plan or start talking like we have in the past about changing some of our development ordinances, what contemplates being completed, what doesn't, our traffic study. My fear is as we grow and we bring more developments in, like West Main is going to be a nightmare for us, I think, when that subdivision's done. I'd like to see if we couldn't be a little more proactive on that, Matt, and see if we couldn't maybe mimic what other cities are doing up north, just to get ahead of the curve. Because it seems like sometimes we're kind of lagging a little bit. Just food for thought, just kick it around. And then last, known Chief Kramer for a long time, probably since we were kids, and his thoughts and prayers are with his family. Thank you.
Councilman Dennis.
Just want to mimic what Mike said about the chief. My whole time at JPAD, I worked with him. A little lost for words, but he will be missed.
Thank you. Councilman Weiner.
Just joined the two previous councilmen's comments on the chief, and sorry for this situation to have happened and to see him gone. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Boyer.
Chief Kevin and I used to play pickleball where I first met him, and we played volleyball together. And he was a good time, a lot of fun, because I've known him a long time. So I really feel bad for him, his family. Condolences to Chief Kevin Kramer and his family, and also his co-workers. That's all I have, sir.
Thank you. Councilman Underwood. Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Templeton.
Just to echo what everybody else had said, this will be awful big boots to fill. Great man. Thoughts to his family. It's gonna, just hard to even think that this is where we are tonight. So just best wishes to them, and anything they need, hopefully they'll reach out to us to let us know.
Yes. Thank you. Councilman Vins.
Same here. It's gonna be missed a whole lot. I just want to give a lot of prayers to him and his family and all the firemen and women out there. That's it, sir.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Tenen.
Pretty much the same thing. Good man that passed too early. Let's all keep the prayers and thoughts for his family. And all I got.
Thank you. Yes, we all will miss Kevin very much. He was technically our first full-time fire chief. And that should be noted. but we have to go on from here. I've been talking to the firemen this morning after Kevin's death. I talked with him and his wife, the fireman. I talked with his wife, his daughter, and their son. As expected, his wife's having a hard time with it, and I assured her that anything that she needed that we could help her with, all she had to do was call City Hall and we would take care of her. So with that, my prayers for her and their family and for Kevin. Tough day. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Right.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none,